Hi guys, good morning. Happy Saturday. Get situated in my chair. Good morning. I have my coffee. Hi, I'm Teresa. Thanks for stopping by my stamp room this morning. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located here in central Indiana, and I would love to share my passion of paper crafting and rubber stamping with you. I am working on my team swaps. Excuse me. So what does that mean? So as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you can have team members. And I have a small group of them, and we do a card swap every month. So what that means is that we each design a card, and then we mail it to each other. And that way we can have samples and ideas of all of our different talents, because of course we're all different and we have our likes and dislikes. So every month I just send out kind of the theme for the month. And this month was no die cutting or embossing. So we couldn't use our die cut and emboss machine. So for us avid stampers, we love to do that. It just adds a lot of pizzazz to the projects, and it's easy to add texture and cut out your images and stuff, but a lot of beginner stampers don't have that machine yet, so we're kind of going back to basics. So yeah, so I'll show you my project that I have decided to make this month. Here it is. Okay, and you can kind of see here, it's a faux tile method, and I'll show you how to make that. Okay. So yeah, if you come on here, say hello. I don't have my computer on right now. This was just a spur of the moment. I was getting ready to make my last swap, and I thought, well, I need to come on here and show you how to make this because it's a really fun technique. Yeah. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to get started crafting. All right. Okay, not too bad. Okay. So the bundle that we're using is the Lovely and Linen Suite, but the bundle is the Lovely and Lasting. Okay, and we're going to be using this big image. This is a photopolymer stamp set. And then it also has a coordinating die, or die punch that goes with it. And it coordinates with this image right here. Okay, so this is I can see myself, hello. The bundle that I'll be using. Okay, and it is on page 25 of our annual catalog. Okay. All right, set that aside. Okay, so you saw my original. Okay, but my two prototypes were this. Now, I don't know if you can see, but here I just decided to do three tiles each. So this is kind of a big tile, and then I thought, well, I'm going to go a little bit smaller. So I did 1, 2, 3 rows or 4 rows. And I wanted a little bit more of the tile look, so I went every ½ inch. So this one was every inch, and this was every ½ inch. Okay. All right, so it's really simple how to do this. Get some more coffee. We're going to use our paper trimmer. I have cut a piece of cardstock that is 4 by 5. That's way it's easy math for me, every ½ inch. Okay. And then we are going to use our scoring blade. So the darker blade on our trimmer is the cutting, and the lighter one is our scoring. Okay. Okay. So you have your cardstock, and you're going to bump it right up against this little edge, and that makes sure that your paper is even. Okay. And on this trimmer, we actually have about 1½ inches on this side. So in the very beginning, that way I have most of my cardstock lined up and straight. I'm going to come on over to the 1/2 inch mark and use the scoring blade and press pretty deep because we want that faux tile to be prominent. And then I'm going to come over here to the 1 inch, and you could go all the way over. I'm going to flip that around, and we're just going to do this all the way down every 1/2 inch. Sorry if I'm shaking the table. It's a little time consuming, I'm not going to lie, but I think it's a really, really cool technique, and it's easy as long as you have a scoring blade on your trimmer, or we have something called a Simply Score tool that you can do this. It's really easy and it adds texture, and you don't have to buy anything extra. Just you have your paper trimmer, which you should have anyway if you do your paper crafts. So you saw I just turned that around, and we're just doing every 1/2 inch. And again, this is your card, so if you wanted to do 3/4 inch or 1 inch, oh, okay, don't do that. So what I did was I just cut my paper. Okay, well, don't do that. We're going to pretend that didn't happen, and then for the real swap, I will go back and make a new one. Oh yeah, don't do that. Okay. All right. Okay, so there is our pretty piece of uncut paper. All right. And then we're going to pull in our Stamparatus. Okay. So you saw on here that I have 3 different colors, actually 4 different colors on my card. Okay. So we're going to be using our regular markers, our Stampin Write markers. Okay, again, don't mind that. Okay, so I'm going to line this up. Hopefully you can see that. I'll scoot that up a little bit. Okay, make sure that that's, nope, one more down, I think. My tape moved. Okay. All right. So this does have magnets to use to keep your paper from moving, but I decided just to use a little bit of washi tape just to keep my paper secure on there, because we're going to be doing a lot of lifting off of the image, off of the paper. Okay. So here is our image. And I'm just going to start coloring. Now, because this is Stamparatus, if I don't get the image perfect the first time, then I can go back, because my stamp hasn't moved and my paper hasn't moved. And I'll be doing that several times because it's kind of hard to ink up everything perfectly the first time when you're coloring in like this, okay? And then we're just going to press. And I also have a bone folder here that I just kind of hold that in place. Okay, so there is your image. It actually did pretty good the first time. Okay, and then I'm going to go back with, so that color was crushed curry. This color is sweet sorbet. So now I'm going to go color the big flowers. And again, this is a little tedious, but the result, I think, is really cool. And I would not mass produce this card except for team swaps. But I thought this was a really fun and cool technique that my team can use to showcase to their customers. Okay, and again, then we're going to so that definitely did not stamp very well. And I usually go back with the red probably twice because this is such a big image. Now, of course, you could do this image all in one color. Okay, that's better, but there's a little spot right there. Make sure. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, and then go back. So right now, through the end of October, Stampin' Up! Is running an awesome special for our starter kit. So our starter kit is normally $99. And usually you get $125 of any product that you want in your kit. It has free shipping. You get an extra paper pumpkin kit, which is our all-inclusive paper crafting kits. But right now, they are adding an extra $30. So you get $155 of your choice of product for $99. That's a truly amazing deal. So besides getting a lot of free product in your kit, then on your future purchases, then you would receive an automatic 20% discount. And then according to what level you get up to, well, the next level, you get 25% off, which is what I get, minimum. And then you get all kinds of other perks and benefits. Okay, one more time. This big red flower is a little persnickety. Okay, good. All right, now we're moving to the green for the leaves. So if you love Stampin' Up! Product, then you can get your 20 to 25% discount on the product itself and be happy with that. And be your own best customer. If you would like for other people to pay for your hobby, who wouldn't, then we can talk and figure out how that you are able to do that. And if you would like to do more, we can talk about that too. Okay. But I would certainly love to have you on my team. One more. Okay, so again, this is a little tedious, but look at that. Is that not cool? I think that's cool. Okay, and then one other thing, I wanted to pull in a little bit of Evening Evergreen. So I just went in with the leaves and put a little bit. And because I didn't want just a harsh dot of color, I have our Stampin' Spritzer. I added a little bit of water, and I'm going to spritz once or twice. And if it gets on the red and the yellow, that's fine too. Ta-da! But it kind of gives a watercolor wash. Okay. Man, that was good coloring too. Okay. And then one final thing. Let me get a piece of scratch paper. Okay. Is I wanted to put some speckles on here. So I'm just going to use the brush tip. So on our markers, Stampin' Write markers, we have a brush tip and then we have like a writing tip. So I'm going to take this, hopefully you can see that, and just put the marker in the lid and just kind of flick. And then it will give some little speckles. Is that Debbie Callan? So there we go. Okay. And then to finish off our card, which I won't because I don't want to give anybody that, but we're going to fold our card base in half. Okay. And then I have already stamped an evening evergreen and then the red. There's the sentiment and punched that out. I tied the ribbon around this panel and tied it in a knot. And then I will pop that up. And then I put a few of our brushed brass butterflies on there. So there you go. Dang. That makes me so mad. Yeah, so I think I'm keeping this as my original, and then this is the one I made, and yeah, they'll be getting this one. All right. Well, that is my swaps. So Debbie, if you're seeing this, this is your swap. Okay, I'm going to flip this around. Oh, too low. Oh my goodness gracious. Ah. So yeah, this is our swap cheese for October, which I'm late. But yeah, that was a fun technique to do the faux tile, and then using our Stampin' Write markers to color in the image, and using our Stamparatus to be able to re-ink that big stamp multiple times to get that clean, clear image. So I hope you liked that project, and again, after this, I will post the link to the starter kit special. I'd love to have you on my team. And you have to the end of October to do that. So until next time, I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.